One of his foes was Edward Glenn Fireball Roberts.
He was the first big superstar we had. And with a name like Fireball, you know, that was just so cool. I mean, he only knew one way, and that was absolutely as fast and hard as he could drive for as long as he could do it.
Fireball barrels down the straightaway and wins. Fireball wheels into the winner's circle after breaking every track record in existence.
Fireball had become a good friend, and I certainly always had a lot of respect for him because he was a great, great race driver.
In the build-up to the 1964 World 600, two friends talked about life after racing.
He talked about wanting to retire from driving at the end of that year. He'd had an opportunity with a large company to go to work for them as a representative and make as much money as he was driving race cars, and he's going to do that. And I respected him for it and envied him for it, too. He shared those things with me, and so I felt that our friendship had grown quite a bit.
Some call Charlotte Motor Speedway's World 600 the biggest game of chance on wheels. It's the acid test for both man and machine. One mental error or faulty piece of equipment can end it all.
Just 7 laps into the event, two drivers would be thinking about a different race. This one for survival.
We were parked in a car in the drivers and families area off of turn 4, and that wreck happened off of turn 2 down the backstretch, and that's where the big hill and mound was, and so you couldn't see.
So we really couldn't see the accident happen, but all we could see was the smoke. And the other thing that Glenn, my brother, and I could see was that my dad had not come by, and so you're sitting there basically terrified.
Our cars wound up about 30 feet apart on the racetrack. I had gotten out of mine. It was burning, but had not started burning inside yet. Just as I did, I looked and saw Fireball was coming out of his car, trying to get out of it. And the first thing he said when I got to him, he was conscious, he was not injured in the wreck. He said, "Oh my God, Ned, help me, I'm on fire."
You know, it was really a terrifying set of circumstances and minutes that seemed like hours.
We didn't know what had happened, that Roberts' car had turned over and was on fire, and he screamed at Dad to help him out, and Dad went over and that's what happens every time I talk about it.
Not only is he a gentleman, but Ned is now a hero of national renown following his courageous act in the recent Charlotte 600, in which he risked his own life to pull a critically burned Fireball Roberts from his wrecked car following an accident and resultant fire.
While his friend Fireball lay in a hospital bed, Ned won 3 races. It was a dedicated run by a dedicated friend.
You know, we see things like that happen every once in a while that maybe don't normally happen or wasn't supposed to happen. And God puts the right people in the right position to make them happen, maybe like they never happened before.
Even after the last breath was drawn, Ned's inspired streak continued.
It was back to business to a great degree because we went out to try to win every race that we ran in, but I think that there was a divine hand helping in that particular situation.